are pretty high here in downtown Trenton on this New Year's Eve. And as we spoke with people, we got some pretty interesting responses on both resolutions and plans. For most of us in the inner city, jumping double dutch brings back fond memories, but it looks a lot easier than it truly is. 'Tis the season to be jolly, and here at Young Wonders Preschool is not just about decorating gingerbread houses, but it's about bringing an entire community together. With the rising costs of gas, food, and other utilities, add one more to that list. College tuition increases in the state of New Jersey. As you can see behind me here, Tony, hazmat along with emergency workers from all over the county are here at Princeton Borough trying to sort out exactly what was contained in that package that the borough clerk opened, contaminating her along with two others. That's right, Tony, $300,000. That's what police say Michelle Andres Burns stole from this Chase Bank here on North Olden Avenue in Ewing.
There's two charges, third-degree theft, third-degree burglary.
Burns pled not guilty to the charges after surrendering to the Ewing Township Police today. She arrived in a black Toyota Sienna along with her brother from Virginia and her attorney, Robin Echeverria, around 10:45 a.m.
We had her tracked to Virginia with the use of her cell phone. So I called the marshals and they did an investigation.
Burns posted the $50,000 bail and left the station attempting to avoid cameras and made no comment to the press. She was initially set to surrender on Monday, August 11th, but never showed up to the Ewing Township Police Station.
A warrant was put out for her, what she had done Wednesday morning when she entered the bank, which was alarm code, access the vault. She was in and out of the bank within 5 minutes.
According to reports, Burns, who is 44, worked as an assistant vice president at the Chase Bank for just over 2 years. It is there that she allegedly stole $36,000 from a vault at the bank on August 6. Police say she is seen on surveillance video entering the building about an hour and a half before the bank was set to open at 8:30 a.m. When other bank employees arrived at work, they could not enter into the facility due to an alarm timer that prohibits access into or out of the bank in case of a robbery.
Upon their further investigation, that they found some forged documents and other items, so they're doing a complete audit of the bank as we speak.
As per company policy, Burns was only given half of the vault's access code, so it is believed that she memorized another bank official's code without their knowledge. In Ewing, Takesha Thomas, WZBN News. As you can see behind me here, Tony, hazmat along with emergency workers from all over the county are here at Princeton Borough trying to sort out exactly what was contained in that package that the borough clerk opened, contaminating her along with two others. Princeton Borough employees inside the building during the incident, about 15, were quarantined to the outside steps of Borough Hall until hazmat and the decontamination units from Trenton figured out the substance, while employees from the Senior Resource Center located behind the Princeton Borough Hall were allowed to leave around noon if they so chose to, unaware of the situation transpiring around them.
Came to work around the corner and didn't know what was going on. Got down here, called the Senior Resource Center and asked what's going on.
We just started to notice that there were, emergency vehicles in the parking lot.
Had a package come in through conventional mail today, addressed to the Mayor Mildred Trotman. Package went through its normal opening procedure. The package, then the employee, I should say, that opened the package began to develop a reaction to what was in the package. She then called her supervisor. The supervisor in turn came and took the package and began having symptoms similar to the original employee.
They're going to be decontaminated shortly and transported to the hospital by EMS. We do not know as of yet what was in the first package that's causing this reaction.
But even as the melee occurred around them, employees said they felt reassured.
It's been very well handled, very controlled all day.
Yeah, I think it's reassuring that there's all these resources to deal with whatever they're dealing with.
Princeton Borough Mayor Mildred Trotman was not present at the time of the delivery. Officials have been on the case since early this morning and now say they know what was inside the two packages. WZBN's Mark Fontes has more on that story. Mark? For most of us in the inner city, jumping double dutch brings back fond memories, but it looks a lot easier than it truly is.
Like when you're doing speed, you gotta make sure you keep your legs up and concentrate. Like don't let nothing distract you.
Easily said for an 11-year-old. The dolls, along with youth from all over the city, met up at the Martin Learning House to jump, stomp, and twirl their way, competing to be the best of the best at the 14th annual Double Dutch competition.
Even though it was some messed ups and stuff, I was just like, we're just gonna come here and have fun.
And fun is what it's all about. Samuel Frisbee, director of the Trenton City Department of Recreation, says the rules to the competition are in keeping with the national competition that is held annually.
We actually downloaded the Double Dutch rules of jumping, so our judges are going by those rules. They're judged on a couple of different components. They're judged on style, and my favorite, which is the speed jump, which I think is what they're doing right now. You hear that rope going real hard.
And even the smallest of the 14 teams competing in the competition try their hand at becoming the best. But Frisbee says he is waiting to see the older ones this year.
We generally have it from ages 6 to 14 years old. This year we added a new component with mid-adults, so that's the 15 to 18-year-old component, and then the adult component. So some of my staff are actually jumping today. It'll be pretty fun to watch.
And fun is what it's really all about. Even boys, although reluctant, get involved.
Like you just saw some young men dribbling a basketball on the rope, and so they like to add a component of what they do a lot to what they haven't done a whole lot of.
And you can truly see the joy on the faces of those who compete. In Trenton, Takesha Thomas, WZBN News. With the rising cost of gas, food, and other utilities, add one more to that list. College tuition increases in the state of New Jersey. Colleges and universities throughout the state have increased tuition for the 2008-2009 school year between 3.9% to as much as 9%. The increases in tuition at colleges in our viewing area, like the College of New Jersey and Rider University, are largely in part, they say, due to a reduction in state funding.
3 of the past 5 years, we've had significant budget cuts. So we're not increasing our revenue per se. We're basically balancing out.
State colleges and universities have seen a decrease in state funding by 10 to 12%. This year's tuition at TCNJ is 8%. Over at Rider University, tuition has gone up by 5.8%.
We try to be extremely sensitive to the financial hardship that this places on our students and their families, and together we can come to an agreement as to what an appropriate tuition is going to be set at.
Both schools say although they have been forced to increase tuition to offset state funding cuts, they have not sacrificed programs.
We're going to continue to do as best we can, provide the quality of education that allows our students to really shine on the global stage.
It's going up far too ahead of the rate of inflation.
That's counterproductive to keep the tuitions going up 8, 9, 10%. I think there are other areas where there continues to be waste in the state of New Jersey.
In Lawrence, Takesha Thomas, WZBN News.